The performance is outstanding. We can offer it to the consumer at an affordable price.
Hi everybody, Dean Snell here from Snell Golf. We finally got a chance to launch the new product. They started to ship sometime around the end of April, 1st of May. Most of the products are in today. It's 3 new products. It's not always easy and cut and dry to decide which product's right for you. So we thought with the marketing group here, we're gonna start a little tech talk Monday morning kind of thing for you. We want you guys to send questions in to us that you'd like asked. We do have a list of initial questions that we're going to start to cover, and hopefully we can communicate the questions that you have with us each week. We'll try to get to a few of them each week and continue to educate everybody. You know, buying golf balls is not a cut and dry thing. The fitting tools are always a little bit confusing. So if you have questions, send them over to us and we'll try to address some of them, and we'll take care of some of them today.
First one we got for you, Dean, comes from Marc Shapiro. Can you explain the performance difference between Prime 2.0, 3.0, and 4.0?
So when we launched the golf balls, it was into categories. So when you look at players, if you really look at every player, you can actually design a golf ball for every golfer. Of course, there'd be no market in that, but your swing speed, they're all different. Everybody has different performance characteristics. What we try to do is design into a category. And now you as the player, the golf ball is the piece of equipment that counts on every shot you hit. So you hit drivers, you hit wedges, you hit irons, you hit putts. So you play the ball throughout the set. We try to pick categories of players where their performance needs to be made enhanced or better or help or game improvement. I want to make one point about the 2.0 golf ball as a 2-piece golf ball. In the past, 2-piece golf balls have always been lower priced. They've been designed to be low compression, low spin, your swing speed slow, you should play this. And that's not really the case. You know, don't be afraid of a 2-piece golf ball. If you can design performance into the short game, control and spin and feel, that's what's important when you go out to play. You hit a drive, you still got 2, 3, 4, 5 shots left to hit. Most of the golf is played from 150, 100 yards and in, including putting and on the green. So most of your score is from 100 yards and in, and that's where the golf balls are different today. So we can put a urethane cover on a 2-piece golf ball. We can give that softer feel, we can give that higher iron spin, we can give a little check spin when you hit wedges, and make the feel nice on the putter. And that is where you're gonna score. That's where the performance is gonna be an improvement over existing 2-piece golf balls. So existing 2-piece golf balls, they fly high, they come off the face high, they have no spin. They really don't have performance in them, but they're priced okay. So everybody favors the price. Making a 2-piece ball with a urethane cover on there, it really addresses people that have a little bit slower swing speeds. You know, every time you can add a layer to a golf ball, you can add some performance. But when you add the layers go inside the ball. So when you put performance inside the ball, you have to be able to get to that. You have to be able to activate it, basically. When you hit a driver, you compress the ball about 1/3 the diameter. It's pretty significant. When you hit a wedge, it's basically the cover that you're hitting. So from driver to wedge, there's a lot of performance that happens inside there based on how hard you hit the golf ball. So if you don't hit it hard, you're not activating those inside layers, you're really buying performance that you're not able to use, so don't do it. You know, I've always thought that these categories that we put players in are guidelines, just like the fitting tools online. They're guidelines to say, if you're in this range, this is kind of where we think you fit in a category. And if you're in that range, that's where you want to start to try. But you as a player, when the ball counts on every shot, you as a player should take the time to do that testing. You know, you go get fit for drivers and irons and all these things, but no one does the ball. They fit with a driver on the ball. Well, fit with the wedge, fit with the short game, the spin and control, and see if you can tell differences in multi-layered golf balls. And I've always said, if you can't, then buy the cheapest one until you can. You know, so take that time to do that. So our 2-piece golf ball on our fitting chart is a guideline to say, swing speeds are very confusing. Nobody knows what their swing speed is. Just a couple of the real techie guys that are out there really do, but most players don't. So we tried to simplify it, saying if you take a 4-iron, nobody can really hit a 4-iron straight. And if you take a sand wedge, sometimes it's a little bit misleading on spin rates. So we tried to take a 7-8 iron in that range where people know how far they hit them. So if you know how far you hit them and you don't generate enough ball speed to generate enough spin, you need to have covers that are softer and spin more on the short game to help you have more control. So that's what we did with the Prime 2.0. We put a core with a thin urethane cover to allow you to have a little more spin and control the closer you get to the green, which is where your scoring is. So you will never hit the ball and pull it back like you see on tour, but you might stop it 5 feet closer, eliminate maybe 1 or 2 3-putts, and help you score. Now, as you hit the ball a little bit firmer and your 7 irons are 125 or less, we recommend trying the 2.0 because that performance is built into that category. If your 7 iron is 125 to 150, 160 yards, we recommend trying the 3.0 because now you're hitting a little bit firmer. There's a mantle layer in there that starts to help with the mid irons, the 6, 7, 8, 9 pitching wedge kind of irons. That layer helps control spin, loft, launch, everything like that as well. And then if you're a faster swing speed player, we put another layer on the inside to try to help you maintain the speed of the ball. So when you hit a driver or you hit long irons, you're really into the ball on these faster swing speed players. The core typically is a slower part of the golf ball. So we put another layer in there that's basically a speed layer that now you don't lose that speed, but you still have the mantle and cover for that short game control and spin. Now, as a player, if you don't hit the ball that hard, you're not going to activate that inside layer. So don't buy it. Don't pay for technology or performance that you're not going to benefit from. So we separated the categories out. 2.0 is a 2-piece urethane ball that really fits players that hit 7 irons 125 yards or so or less. So not hitting it a long way, but helping them get some spin and control. The 3.0 is a 3-piece golf ball, urethane, for players that hit it from 125 to 150 or 60, and then 160 plus would be the 4.0. Now that doesn't mean that this is your ball, this fits you. You have to take that time to do that testing. You have to go out and find out, I don't see a difference between this one and this one, then I would say buy the cheaper one. Because they are different for certain players and certain shots, but they're definitely not priced the same because there's added layers or added cost. So we have a test pack that we sell for the better players, the 3.0 and 4.0. They're 2 sleeves of each. My recommendation, if you're not sure, don't try to say, I'm right on the cusp of 160, 170, which one? I can't answer that for you. You need to answer that as a player. And take the time to do that. It's worth it. Try the 2 golf balls. If you see a difference in them when you're playing, even if you try 4.0 and 3.0 and you see a difference playing, then play the one you like. And if you don't, then play 3.0 and then try 3.0, 2.0. And if you see a difference when you're playing, play the one you like. And if you don't, then the 2.0 is going to save you money. So there's performance built into every ball. There's a layer added in each ball, which adds some performance. But it has to be up to you as the player to really go out there and determine which one is going to fit your game, where you can see the most performance gains for the price you want to pay.
The performance is outstanding.